Hey viewers, you're watching The Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has dropped a major hint that the Donald Trump administration could roll back half of the steep tariffs imposed on India. According to him, this move is linked to India significantly cutting its purchases of Russia's crude oil in recent months. Speaking to Politico, Bessent said that India's reduction in Russian oil imports has created the right conditions for easing at least 25%, that is, points of the 50% tariffs currently imposed on Indian goods. To give some context, notably, the US had slapped all these tariffs in two stages. The first, 25% targeted India over alleged trade imbalances, while the second 25% was a punitive measure aimed at India's continued purchases of Russian oil, as Washington tried to tighten pressure on Moscow. Well, Bessent called the strategy a huge success, saying Indian purchases of Russia's oil have collapsed. The tariffs are still on, and I would imagine there is a path to take them off now. On the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Bessent told that India, the world's third largest oil importer, has significantly scaled back its purchases of Russian crude. He noted that Indian refineries had increased Russian oil imports after the Ukraine conflict started, but the 25% tariff successfully prompted a reduction. He described this as a clear win for the US trade policy, and this could signal a softening of the Donald Trump administration's hardline approach to India. Both the nations have been in ongoing negotiations to reach a mutually beneficial trade deal and ease tensions following the original tariff announcement in July last year. Well, back in August 2025, Donald Trump had doubled tariffs on Indian imports to 50%, specifically citing India's energy ties with Russia. Bessent's comments also suggested that trade talks may be moving forward, which contrasts with recent statements from US Commerce Secretary Halve. Lutnick had claimed that a potential deal stalled because Prime Minister Narendra Modi didn't call Donald Trump, a statement that quickly rejected by India. Optimism returned when US Ambassador to India Sergio Gore confirmed that negotiations are still ongoing. Notably, the India-Russia oil trade remains a bit murky, while Bessent says that India refiners have cut Russian oil imports sharply. India has never officially confirmed this. Well, Donald Trump had previously claimed that India had largely stopped buying Russian oil. But New Delhi dismissed all the statement, and Bessent reinforced that the 25% tariff on Russian oil achieved its goal and hinted that there is now a path to remove it. He also mentioned a bill by Senator Lindsey Graham proposing a 500% tariff on secondary Russian oil purchases. While the Senate may want to give Trump authority for such measures, Bessent noted that the administration doesn't see it as necessary. Donald Trump himself has sounded optimistic, praising Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a close friend and expressing confidence that a favorable trade deal can still be reached. Well, taken together, Bessent's and Donald Trump's statements indicate that the US is seriously considering easing the 50% tariff on Indian imports, contingent on continued reductions in India's Russian oil purchases. Analysts see this as a sign that the extra tariffs were largely a bargaining tool, and Bessent's latest remarks could mark the first step towards a major easing of trade barriers.